Home and personal scents, inspired by forests and trees, aged in wooden barrels, and created by some of the greatest perfumers on the planet. That's sense of wood. The world of perfume does not need another brand. Believe me, that's what I'm being told all the time. There's so much beauty already that's been created. But the truth is, it will never stop. You cannot stop the creation, right? There is much of a choice. Perfumers, group of extremely creative, extremely enthusiastic and driven and positive group of people. So we might as well come up with brand ideas and concepts and interesting stories to do justice to their creativity and channel it into the world. And channeling the work of perfumers is what we do as brand creators. I see brand creators as art gallerists, right? Except that instead of putting the art on the walls, we put it on people's skin.
The fragrance actually is made of a juxtaposition of things that are not really supposed to be together. And I wanted something for your line that was different than everything else that was currently working for you. Sometimes you're trying to soften. You have something raw and you're trying to soften by something that is smooth. Here, it's not that at all. You use products that actually are exciting each other. So it's something that goes crescendo to a point that it makes it so incredibly vertical and so incredibly intense.
And never smelled before, because
that
contrast between the cedar and the ginger.
And the ginger with that very sharp, ambery, woody note. I think in most cases you would have softened that with vanilla, with things to make it. Here, not at all. You go and you put cypriol with it, and you put even more cardamom with the ginger. So you basically you make it even. You bring the level and you raise the bar with every ingredient. I wanted something extremely bright, and usually when we talk about wood, people see something that is warmer, darker, more sensual, and I wanted that, but not in a dark way. I wanted the sensuality and the strength of wood, but in a very bright way. Something that there is no shadows. I think it's not citruses, and it's not your usual sunny references through citrus and freshness, and it brings the concept of wood and brightness in a place that I don't think was ever done before.
Alors, Oak in Oak, it's a true innovation because it's coming from the starting point of the fragrance is really also the raw material and the barrel. Because through the raw material you have the whole story of the barrel, which is the oak wood.
The first time I smelled that note was maybe like a month after you guys got it. And everybody was so proud at IFF to have the best oak note ever designed in the history of perfumery. That you had been working with Séguin-Moreau, the barrel manufacturer in Cognac, to create this amazing oak note. And Séguin-Moreau ended up being one of the sources of where I sourced the barrels from.
It was really like an olfactive shock. Like you, when I smelled this new oak wood, I thought it was like a perfume by itself because it had so many facets, it was so rich. I think it was also so unexpected. And when I smelled this fragrance, there was one color I could see, it was gold.
I remember that.
It was like shimmering, it was like glung, glung, glung.
I remember that.
The bling, bling raw
the
material.
Code name for that fragrance before it became Oak in Oak was Heart of Gold.
Heart of Gold, because I think also the wood that you're smelling, you can really smell like the heart. To me, it reminds me of the heart of the fresh cedar wood when it's cut and when you're smelling it. I was really projected into a tunnel like this of wood. I think it was really magical. And I also like the idea that those wooden barrels are made from trees that are protected, that are growing in specific forests. So there is all a protocol. It's not just any tree.
And then the very type of barrel that you've been using to extract that key note of the fragrance is the barrel that we use to age the alcohol.
Oh, well, it's
and
like
so it's a very, hence the name Oak in Oak, because it's such an homage to that tree, and it has so many connections to that tree from all the different moments of the creation of the fragrance that it makes total sense to be called Oak in Oak.
I love like
Chêne
everything
Chêne.
is echoing.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I love Chêne en Chêne. I think it's such a beautiful name in French. Some of our names ring better in English and some ring better in French, and this one is one that I don't know, I just like Chêne en Chêne. Yeah.
The roots of perfumery are a very like symbolic and spiritual. So we started from a sandalwood, and the concept of this one, the first perfumers were priests, and you have this amazing history of perfume being used by healers, by ancient doctors all over the world, completely disparate groups of people as a source of healing. So I thought it was a really interesting idea to take sandalwood and olibanum, or frankincense, which are two very historically used woody notes. Olibanum is a resin, but we call it a woody note, and sort of bringing them together to create this very spiritual, grounding, beautifully peaceful scent. So we use sandalwood from India, and also the idea was to create a smoky fragrance. So the first perfumes were incense, the smoke used as a bridge, as a stairway to the heavens or the gods. And I love the idea of creating a perfume that had that smoky like ascension to it. And so we use the sandalwood, the olibanum, and then I also use guaiac wood because it's naturally very smoky. And then I added also what I'm calling a smoked vanilla. So it's this beautiful, rich vanilla bean, which is extracted with CO2, which is this amazing extraction process that produces just beautiful, high-grade, high-quality materials. It smells super rich, kind of boozy, very resinous, even tobacco-like. So that's sort of in the base, and then it's really wrapped with this beautiful Indian sandalwood, the olibanum, and a little bit of mimosa, which just gives it like a little touch of femininity. And then on the top we have a pink pepper, which is more modern, more structural, and again some mineral notes. So I think that also helps to bridge, because minerality I think is very modern right now in perfumery, and I think that helps to bridge these like ancient ingredients into something that feels timeless but also really contemporary.
And then we chose American Oak again.
American Oak again. I guess it just worked for me. I don't think any brand has ever done this before, so to do something totally new in a profession that's thousands of years old is really exciting. So much experience in working with someone who gives you both creative freedom and also has a great nose and can give great direction is really wonderful as a perfumer. From the beginning, we showed you ideas that we had, and it was very, very open. And we sort of choose a wood that we want to go with, a concept, and from there, just exploring creatively, and then finally at the end of the project choosing the barrel that's going to complement best the fragrance. I've never done that. I don't think any brand has ever done this before.
The part that made it extremely easy and exciting is the fact that you came really with a concept that we never heard before. I find the most touching is the trust that you put in the people in front of you. You know what you guys are doing, and I want to see what you can come up with for that concept. Raising the bar to a certain level that makes it extremely challenging, extremely exciting, and I think it makes the process extremely constructive. because you always find something good in something that is made, and I think you do that because I think you understand the creative process. I think the respect you put for the perfumers and the creative process makes it extremely exciting and extremely rewarding at a creative level.